Hi there, Phil here. This is the first one that I'm producing on indoor pot plants. Now I will be having an entirely separate group on outdoor pot plants because the culture, various aspects of the growing conditions are totally different to indoor plants. And regarding the indoor ones, I will have, I think it's 8 different tips on different aspects, such as suitable pots, potting methods, how to water, how to feed, how to look after pests, and how to keep the foliage clean. So be sure to watch out for these as they become available. Now obviously pot plants add a lot to the ambience inside a house, and for this particular tip I'll be discussing how you can select plants for the different growing conditions within a house. First of all, I'll be looking at cool, dark conditions, such as you might have in the entry foyer to your house that you don't bother heating, but maybe it's quite dark. And then dark, warm places. For instance, it might be a bathroom where you do keep it warm with the rest of the house. Then I'll look at brighter situations. Firstly, I'll be looking at bright, cool situations. For instance, it could be a sunroom that you have that is actually unheated and perhaps slightly separate from the rest of the house. And then finally, I'll be looking at bright, warm conditions. So in my situation, I do grow these tropical orchids here, and they need relatively bright conditions, not full sunlight, but also most of these do need quite a degree of warmth. So they shouldn't go below, say, 12 or 15 degrees Celsius. Now there are a range of plants that will actually accommodate to various situations. For example, a fruit salad plant or a rubber plant. So they can be amenable to quite a bright or quite a dark, a warm or a cool environment. So I will suggest plants that are particularly suitable for each of those different situations. Adapting any room in the house for a range of houseplants is possible, but it's often best to choose plants that suit that particular environment. Some plants, as I mentioned, are very tolerant of a range of situations and create a striking vertical display. Examples of this include the parlour plant or Chamaedorea, the dragon tree, Dracaena marginata, and various forms of ficus. The monstera, Swiss cheese or fruit salad plant, is famous for its dramatic foliage, and related forms of philodendron and pothos or epipremnum also have striking, often brightly coloured leaves. Firstly, looking at dark, cool places. Plants suited to dark, cool environments typically have large leaves adapted to deep shade in the jungle or forest. Suitable choices include ferns, such as this one I have here, which is a Boston fern. These are sold in a range of forms and often grow well in low light. The ZZ or ZZ plant or Zamioculcas, a very tough plant suited to a range of situations. Ivy, types such as Phacedora, are tolerant of low light. Finally, cast iron plant or Aspidistra, probably the most tolerant of dark and neglected spots. Some of these species are available in variegated forms and lighten up a dark area. Secondly, dark, warm places. Leafy begonias are sourced from dimly lit forest floors in the tropical zone. They come in a wide range of dramatic forms and colours. The most striking colours are found in angel wing begonias or Begonia rex. Next, looking at bright, cool places. These are ideal for flowering plants and will brighten up a house. Suitable options include cyclamen. These flower for a long period over winter and tolerate cool and relatively dry conditions. Primula malicordias and Primula obconica flower through winter. Note that Primula obconica can cause dermatitis in susceptible people. Peace lily or Spathiphyllum. This grows in dark places but will produce more flowers in stronger light. So that's where it's best suited. Foliage plants like Coleus, spider plants or Chlorophytum, Prayer plant, which includes Maranta, Calathea and Tenanthe, produce their strongest colour contrast in bright light. Prayer plants do need fairly high humidity and are best kept in a group to ensure an ideal microclimate. Succulents, if you have a cool situation with direct sunlight, succulents might be your safest option. Finally, looking at bright, warm places, these spots are well suited to flowering plants from the tropics. Ideal choices include moth orchid or phalaenopsis. These may need to be acclimatized to your situation, which can take a couple of years, but once they're established, they can provide flowers almost continuously. Also, tuberous begonias. These produce flowers for a very long period over summer and autumn. The tubers can be dried off over winter and replanted in early spring for a fresh display. So that's it for this tip. I hope you got some value out of it. Don't forget to subscribe and like this tip if you haven't done so. This helps my channel to grow, and also share it if you like. And also, of course, as always, thank you very much for watching this through to the end.